Good morning children, Jai Gurudev. Today we are going to do chapter 8 of maths, comparing quantities. There are two methods which are mostly used to compare quantities. One is ratio and the other one is percentage. Ratio means putting two quantities which are to be compared in the form of fraction, bringing it to reduced form and writing in with the colon in between. Or we can say ratio means comparing two quantities or knowing how the two quantities are related to one another. Whereas percentage means out of 100. Percent. Cent means 100. Percent means out of 100. So these two are the methods to compare quantities. One is ratio and other one is percentage. We are going to use these two in the chapter and solve the problems. Suppose there are 20 apples and 5 oranges in a basket. So to find the ratio of these two, we can write ratio of apples to oranges. And to find this ratio, what we'll do is we'll write the number of apples. We'll put this is 2, we read it as is 2, but it is colon, and number of oranges we will write, that is 5. Okay. So this we can put it in fraction as 20 upon 5 and it is 4 upon 1. This denominator is necessary to be written. We cannot leave blank here, especially when we are talking about ratio. So finally what it becomes, 20:5 was the ratio. We can write in reduced form as 4:1. Means for every one orange there are 4 apples. This was ratio for apples to oranges. The ratio will remain the same, but if we write the ratio of oranges to apples, what we will do is we will just reverse the numbers as well. The number of oranges is 5, of that apple is 20. So now the ratio will be 5:20. And if we put it in fraction form, we will get 1 upon 4 if you bring it to reduced form, because 5 4s are 20. So this ratio now is 1:4. Okay, so this is about ratio. Now to find the percentage, what we can do, you have to multiply it with 100. But remember, here we found the ratio of apples to oranges or oranges to apple. We can also find the ratio of numbers compared to the total number. Then the ratio will change. Like total how many fruits are there? There are 25 fruits. Okay, both together. So to find the ratio of apples to the total number, remember, we'll compare only these two. Apples to the total number, 20:25. And if we compare oranges to total, then 5:25. That is how we compare the quantities. Now suppose we have to find the percentage of oranges, then percentage is to be always found on total number. This we learned in the previous chapter also, that percentage is to be calculated on total number. So what is the total number of fruits? That is 25. How many apples are there? There are 20 apples out of 25. And how many oranges are there? There are 5 oranges out of 25. Now to find the percentage, just multiply it with 100. When you are finding percentage, you have to multiply with 100. Both the quantities you multiply with 100. You know, 25 4s are 100 and 24s are 80. So how many apples are there? 80% apples. And if 80% apples, then obviously there will be 20%, because 100 minus 80 will give you 20. And if you calculate, then also 5 4s are 20. So in percent, oranges are 20%, apples are 80%. Say this example 1. Here, a class is going for picnic in that 60% are girls and the total number of girls are 18. So two things are given. 60% is also the number of girls and 18 is also the number of girls. And another part of the question is the picnic site is 55 kilometers away from the school. The company is charging rupees 12 per kilometer. The total cost of refreshment will be 4,280. So here the information is given only about girls. Okay. So girls, 60% is also the number of girls and 18 is also the number of girls. Now 60% means 60 out of 100. If there are 100 students, 60 are girls. But here it is given that only 18 are girls. So what you have to do, you have to find the total number of students and then you can find the number of boys. Okay. 60% in this particular question is equal to 18. Now how to find this? You have learned about cross multiplication method. There are other methods, unitary methods. So let's go by cross multiplication method because that is easy to find. So we'll write it in the form 60 out of 100 because 60 is in percentage. Percentage means out of 100. That's why we'll write it like this: 60 out of 100 means 60 girls out of 100 students. So 18 out of how many? That's a question mark. Okay. Now always whenever you use unitary method, the unknown quantity has to come on the right hand side down. Two numbers written up, one written down, and this number has to come on right hand side down. Now we'll cross multiply. So 18 will go and multiply with 100. 60 will come down in the denominator. Okay. So 18 will multiply with 100 and 60 will come down in the denominator. 0 gets cancelled. 6 3s are 18. So 3 into 10 is 30. So what did we get here is the value of this unknown quantity. So 30 is the total number of students. So we got total students, that is how much? 30. Out of 30, 18 are girls. So how many are boys? Easy to find. 18 are girls. So when you subtract, you are left with 12. So 12 is the number of boys. Okay. And also, what is the percentage of boys? That is easy. You don't even need to calculate this. 60% were girls. So 100 minus 60 will give you the percentage of boys. That is 40% was the percentage of boys. Also, let's find out the ratio of number of girls to number of boys. When you say number of girls first, you have to write the number of girls first. So number of girls was 18 and number of boys is 12. So 18 is to 12, we'll put it in the fraction form, and if you can bring it to reduce form directly, you can do that as well. 18 upon 12. Both the numbers are divisible by 2. Both are divisible by 6 as well, so we'll divide by 6. 6 3s are 18 and 6 2s are 12. So what is the ratio? The ratio is 3:2. Let's see the other method of finding the number of boys. If you remember, 60% equals to 18 girls is given in the question. 60% of what? That is important. Of the total, always. 60% of the total. Now we don't know what is the total number of students. That is not known to us. But what we know is 60% of total equals to 18 girls. Okay. So let this total be x. Let the total number of students be x. So this we will suppose it to be x. 60%, as you know, is written as 60 upon 100, and of in the mathematical form is written as multiplication. So 60 upon 100 is 60%, of is converted to multiplication sign, and total, it is an unknown quantity, so we take it as x, and this is equal to 18. You have solved the linear equation, so if you remember that, then the 60 will come down here, 100 will go up. It's similar to cross multiplication, so 18, 100 will go up. What is in the numerator goes in the denominator, denominator goes in the numerator. So divided by 60. 6 3s are 18, so total number x 3 into 30. So this is the other method. This is the total students. Now from this total we will subtract the number of girls, and when we subtract we'll get the number of boys. Now based on what you have learned just now, you will complete this, try this exercise, and also exercise 8.1 in your notebook. So let's quickly see what you have to do. You have to find the ratio of the following: speed of the cycle 15 km per hour and speed of the scooter 30 km per hour. So both are same. What you have to do is 15 upon 30, you will bring it to reduced form. But in this question you see, and this also, it is 5 meter to 10 kilometer, so units are not same here, meter and kilometer, so you have to bring both to the same unit. So convert 10 kilometer into meters, so it will be 10,000 meters, and then you find the ratio, or 5 upon 10,000. Same way here, 50 paise to 5 rupees, so this 5 rupees you have to convert into paise, so it will be 500 paise, so you will make it 50 upon 500, and then you find out it will be 1 upon 10. See this one, convert the following ratios into percentage, so that this is simple. First you'll write is in fraction form 3 upon 4, and to convert into percentage you'll multiply with 100, whatever value you get, that much percentage. See the next one, 72% of 25. Remember 72% means 72 upon 100 of you write as multiplication sign, and 25. Find its value. Now these many students are interested in mathematics. How many are not interested? So here we actually don't need to find this value. Total is always 100%. From that if you subtract 72, you will get the remaining. You will get 28%. The 28% are not interested. So just find out 28% of 25. I hope you know now how to calculate this. See this one, a football team won 10 matches out of the total number of matches they played, and if their win percentage is 40, so this 40 is percentage. Okay, it's written in words. This is 40%, and 40% equals to 10. So how many matches? That x you have to find, total number, which we did just now. Similarly, the next question is, Chameli had rupees 600 left after spending 75% of her money. So 75% is spent. So how much is left? 25%, and that 25% is equal to 600. Okay, so you can find the value of x. How much did she have in the beginning? That is total amount. So here the 75% is spent, and how much is left? 25%, because 100 minus 75 will give you 25. 100 minus 75%. Okay, 100% is total, minus 75% is 25%, and this 25% is equal to the left amount. How much is left? 600. But 25% of which number, which amount? 25% of x, and that x is the total. And in this question here, 60% people, they like cricket, 30% like football. 60 plus 30 gives you 90. So out of 100, 90 are known. So how much is remaining? 10%. So those 10%, they like some other game. And here the total number is also given, that 50 lakh is the total number of people. So this is easy. You have to calculate 60% of 50 lakh. 60 upon 100 multiply with 50 lakh. You'll get a number. That is, cricket loving people similarly find out 30% and 10%.